To match up with the Atlanta Falcons. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Hey, let's go.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Yeah, Rocky. White. Load it. Load it. Hey, go orange.
To throw, Rivers. This is Gordon on the dump-off. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 27.
22.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now Ryan on 2nd down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Corey Legion with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Cluster.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They just got that play off. Now Rivers. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Hey.
Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter.
Red Delta! Here we go.
Back to the ground now with Gordon. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
0. Yeah, Rocky.
From the gun, Rivers. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll return it from the 6. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 15. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Get out!
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And this one brought in by Sanu. And they'll get him down here at the 23. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Third and 2, now Ryan. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Returning, it's Benjamin. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, Give him 15. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger offense making their way back out there.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of...
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Jack Crawford forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Rivers now on second down. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
Here we go. Left, left, left.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Let's go. Buffalo wall.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Red, red, red.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
The Chargers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Wider. Hey, go orange. Orange. Hey, go orange.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He's got Allen. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Caleb Sturgis now for the Charger field goal. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. Caleb Sturgis now for the Charger field goal. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. He completes it to Julio Jones. Jones breaking from the contact. And he'll get it down deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll run here with Freeman. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
He's going to get it running right. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. They'll look to run with Freeman. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
So a field goal try here on 4th down as the Falcons call on Matt Bryant. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Hey, hurry up! Hey. Left.
Final play of the half, Rivers. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. Now Benjamin. How powerful running. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. Those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Tack McKinley in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack. Working out of the gun, Rivers. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And all the way to the opposite 49-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 45 yards on the ground. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Get up!
From midfield now, here's Ryan. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And he's got Sanu. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. On 2nd down, Ryan. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are in for 6. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, CD, in a couple of weeks we can make our Super Bowl predictions, but for right now, I want to get your AFC Division Champion predictions. Who do you have?
All right, let's start in the AFC East. It's New England. Do we need to say any more?
No, I don't think so. I don't think there's a challenger behind them in that division right now.
That tends to cover. Miami believes that they can be. Buffalo will be starting over with a new quarterback. So will the Jets. How about the AFC South? I'm going to give you a surprise there. I think Houston comes back and reclaims their crown and moves ahead of Jacksonville and Tennessee, who were both in the playoffs last year. The good health of Deshaun Watson, J.J. Watt, Whitney Merciless. Houston in a surprise pick.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. He'll get it up the middle. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 3rd and goal, Ryan.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8.
Orange. White. 0. 0.
Operating from the gun. Rivers going deep here for Allen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Brian Poole. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Casey Hayward. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. So Rivers will lead the Chargers out 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Following the interception here, Rivers going underneath for Gordon. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the front.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. And now he got to the check down. A nice, safe throw and a good one.
Cluster. Through. Hey, go orange. White. Orange. 0. Done.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Hey, Rocket.
A 2nd down throw for Rivers. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end, Green. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
0. Alpha. White. Q.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And Sturgis able to knock it through, and that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs and keep possession of the football.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Rivers again. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Now Gordon on first down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Right back to him on first down. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more on that one and another first down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal.
12. Hey!
Give to the fullback. This is wrong. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. It's the fullback punching it in from a yard away. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
7 yards there on the first down screen play. This is where you learn a lot about rookie quarterbacks. How can they run that 2-minute drill? We're about to find out.
Yeah, and for them, it's not just proving it to guys like you and me watching the game and trying to beat a defense. It's proving it to their teammates that they can have the confidence in them when they line up in these situations.
Getting it out left side to Sanu. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. What a big tackle there defensively.
One of the most difficult things for a defender to do, and think about the speed that he brought down. If he gets away, he's likely gone.
The offense on third down tonight, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Coleman down. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Get up! Wait, let's go!
He'll look to throw. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Give him 30 yards there. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Back to throw. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but yeah, you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Southern California.
What's up, gang?
Let me go secure for the game right quick.
Hey, what's up, gang?